Okay, as usual, the week in musical history was a big set, and we started with Monday the 5th. In the first clip, This Is Not a Love Song, released by PIL in 1983. Al Stewart turned 77, Year of the Cat. Freddie Mercury would have been 76, and we seen Love of My Life at the Wembley, live at Wembley in 86. Dweezil Zappa turned 53, and the next clip, 40 years ago, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, was released. Takes us to Tuesday the 6th. Dolores O'Riordan would have been 51, but she died at 46 4 years ago, and we seen the Cranberries doing Zombie. Also, on that date, Thursday the 6th, in 1988, Susie and the Banshees released their 9th album, Peep Show. Wednesday the 7th, which brought us to our next clip. In 1979, Gary Newman released Pleasure Principle, and we seen Cars from that album. Followed by 45 years ago, man, what the heck? Dwight Tilley released Twilly Don't Mind, and we seen the track Looking for the Magic. And if you were paying attention, I wasn't, but I just happened to notice that Tom Petty was the guitar player. Okay, then that takes us to our next clip. Chrissie Hynde on the 7th turned 71, and we seen her with the Pretenders doing I Go to Sleep. Followed by another clip, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, released on the 7th in 1988. Which brings us to why I brought up Tom Petty being the guitar player in Dwight Tilley, because Wednesday the 7th was also Benmont Tench's 69th birthday, and we seen Tom Petty do an American Girl because Benmont Tench is Tom Petty's keyboard player. So, that takes us to Thursday the 8th, which 30 years ago, Tom Waits released Bone Machine in 1992, and we seen I Don't Want to Grow Up off of that. Which takes us to 1980, the next clip. Kate Bush's third LP, Never Forever, and we seen Babushka. Which took us to the next clip. My longtime crush, Neko Case, with the New Pornographers doing Letter from an Occupant. She turned 52 on Thursday the 8th. And for those of you that haven't been here before, I'm going to tell my Neko Case story really quick. Neko Case was playing with Neko Case and her boyfriends, warming up Nick Cave, I believe at the State in Detroit. And anyways, after she played, I either was going to get a drink or hit the bathroom, I don't know, before Nick Cave came on. And I don't know how it happened, but she and I were alone in the lobby, just me and her, and man was she beautiful. I was off in Chirpyville, Tweedyville. Anyhow, she looked at me like she was waiting for me to say something, and I was so dumbfounded. I didn't want to come off like a fanboy, So as usual, I overthought the situation, and while I was overthinking, off she went. And that's my Neko Case story. Wah, wah. Okay, so we were just at Neko Case. Oh, Patsy Cline would have been 90 on the 8th. And in 1978, the Buzzcocks released Ever Fallen in Love with Someone You Shouldn't Have Fallen in Love With. And we seen that video. Followed by the Cars video Drive, featuring Benjamin Orr on vocals, who would have been 75 on Thursday the 8th. Which took us to the next clip, Amy Mann, who turned 62, another longtime crush, doing That's Just What You Are. And the last one for Thursday the 8th, Pink turned 43. Okay, Friday the 9th, Otis Redding would have been 77. Wow. Doug Engel, the singer and keyboards player for Inagata da Vida Mama, Iron Butterfly, 77 also. Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics, 70. Takes us to Saturday the 10th. Joe Perry, guitar player from Aerosmith, 72. Carol Deck from T-Paw, 65. Oh, and another Gary Newman album released 40 years ago on Saturday the 10th, I Assassin. I had already did Cars, so I wasn't playing another clip. That's Saturday. And where's Sunday? Okay, Sunday, the 11th. Tommy Shaw, 69. John Most, the drummer for Culture Club, 65. And Moby turned 57. And that concludes this week's musical history. Okay, that was the ad for the Horror of It All Dracula's Curse Extravaganza puppet show yesterday that I was talking about. Anyhow, you know that we play all kinds of music here. We take it farther. That this was roughly based, on the big pop parties at Tom's, but also at the big pop parties we'd be watching MTV's 120 Minutes, the alternative show back when MTV was cool, before they sucked. Anyways, they showed alternative, indie, punk, new wave, which we show all that too, and shoegaze, and synth pop, everything right down the spectrum. But what they didn't show, that we do show, are videos like my friend Toshi Hirioka and William, their project, Pandemonium Bureau, which is, I would say, experimental, or avant-garde, or just original, is what I like to think of music. It's their own original ideas, individuality. And so that's what we try to show every week, and luckily I have William and Toshi to send me stuff, and now we've made friends with Mark Dickinson that does the puppets, and Toshi introduced me to Gypsy, who we've seen 2 of their videos lately, the project of Gypsy and Toshi Hirioka, doing their stuff. So we'll be doing Gypsy solo stuff in the future, as well as Williams and Toshi's, you know, and hopefully other people will send their stuff in too. But each week I try to show an avant-garde or original clip, you know, experimental, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, with no further ado, this week's original clip is William Westwater's Dark Sinfonia, and the song is called Murderer's Breath. Okay, so I'll be saying goodbye, because after Dark Sinfonia, contact information, and then the puppet show. So if you stick around, the Dracula's Curse Extravaganza puppet show. So stick around and watch that in its entirety. I dug it. Okay, so that's it. Contact info's coming up next, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week, man. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. I'm Ronnie Round. See ya.